How are you? Okay, so I wanted to show you, I made a magic loop. Okay, I used my big yarn. So this should look like a large size of what you already have. Okay, so you got to put your hook in the loop that's attached to the rest of the string. So I'll put that there. And then this would be your stitch marker. Okay, I saw you had one. And then the question is, where do you put your hook? Which is, you know, there's a million places to put it, but I'm going to show you where to put it and also how to know. Okay, so basically, if you look at the stitches from the top, you can see how they kind of make, there's like a 1 and a 2, right? Each stitch has that. They come together, they look like a teardrop, and then the next stitch comes out of the bottom of the teardrop, kind of. Okay, the answer is you actually put it underneath both. That's how you make a normal stitch. Come on. I mean, I can tell you it's possible. Here, I've done it a lot. Yeah, so you put it underneath both. Sorry, this wasn't coming forward for me. You put it underneath both, like this. That's where you put the hook. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to identify that. So what you do is, looking at the front, first of all, this part here is the front, the one that looks like this. Okay, and this is the front loop, so you can see that right there. And then if you just turn it over, you're looking at the back. You can see that it's the back because there's a little bar that goes across like that. That's the back, okay? And the back loop is here. So the front loop plus the back loop going underneath both, that's where you stitch into. So how do you do that? Again, you take the hook and the yarn and the stitch that has the stitch marker in it, you do actually want to keep the stitch marker in because you need to know where your beginning stitch is. So I'm just going to kind of move that to the back of my back loop and let it hang off the edge. It's kind of out of my way. If you look at the top of it, it's kind of at the bottom. It's kind of out of my way. Okay. And then I'm looking at it. Basically in between these two legs of the stitch here, above it, that's where I'm going to insert my hook and just make sure it goes underneath both of the loops. Okay, so I know this is my stitch because I've marked it, and I'm going to go in there. So I'm turning around to do it because I have to, but hopefully this will kind of make sense to you. Might be hard to see. So actually I'm even like grabbing it with my 2 fingers. Okay, I didn't know I did that, but apparently I do. So I'm grabbing it to get it ready. I insert the, let me see if I can turn around. I don't think I'm going to be able to. There. I insert the hook from front to back, and then I've inserted the hook. Then I have to take my working yarn, I yarn over, and and I'm getting it kind of stuck underneath the hook, and I'm going to pull it back through the two here, pulling it back through. Then I have 2 loops on my hook. Okay, now I'm going to go back here. Okay, I did a good job. I have 2 loops on my hook. Okay, to complete the stitch, working from front to back, working from back to front, holding my hook sideways, I yarn over, and I'm gonna hook the yarn. You can see through the thing what I did. I hook the yarn, and I'm gonna pull it through not just one, but both of those loops that I made. And that's how I made 1 crochet. Now for your pattern, you have to go back into the exact same stitch, and you have to go back in there 1 more time and do the same stitch again. Okay, that's how you're going to make your crochet get bigger. Okay, so 1 more time. Now it's easier. I can kind of see. I mean, it's pretty obvious where I'm supposed to go, like right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hook underneath both loops, wrap the yarn around the hook, hook it under, pull it through the same hole, and now I have 2 loops on the hook, and then I'm gonna yarn over, right? So I work back to front, yarn over, pull through this and this, pull through the 2, and then I've made my 2nd stitch. Okay, so that should get you started. So see if that maybe makes sense, and if it doesn't, I'll help you. Just let me know.